So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can create your Getbarter account, right? So the idea is to basically have a virtual account that you can use for your online transactions, make your payments online, all those kind of things. Because the truth of the matter is, people like to, even myself, right? People like to differentiate between the debit or credit card that they use for their everyday activities and their runabouts, right, from what they use to make certain kinds of transactions online. Why? Well, the reason is very simple, right? You want to avoid the agony of this kind of scenario, right? You went to bed the night before all happy and excited, right? You had a very pleasant day, you had a very fruitful day, and you went to the bed quite fulfilled, right? But then by the time you wake up, it's an entirely different ball game, right? You wake up to a debit alert of say 15k, 30k, 50k, all the way to 100k even, right? Now, after all panting about, worrying about, being all frustrated and pissed off, you then find that it was for some trial of some kind of service or product that you purchased. Your 15 days or 30 days trial is up and you forgot to opt out of that trial before your trial duration ends, right? And then they build your, because most times you put in some sort of a credit information, debit card information, right, before you are given access to those kind of things, right? So you really want to separate these two things so that at least you can have some sort of a minimal amount of money in that virtual card that you use for transactions, right? You want to separate these two things before it really messes things up for you, right? So without further ado, let's get into that. So you locate your Play Store app, click on Play Store, just go straight to the search, click on Getbarter. Next. Okay, so it says Barter by Flutterwave, blah blah blah. You see, I already have this thing installed, but if you don't, which I'm guessing you don't, it will have just right around here where it says open in my own, you have install button. So once you just click on install, the process is very simple. It's automated actually. So I'm going to go ahead and click on open. I've already installed it. So I'll click on open. So this is the first thing that comes in here. Now I already have an account, right? But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to create a new one. So I'll click on create account. I'll go on ahead and add all these things. Add my email account. So after I'm done imputing the number, I click on continue. So it's going to send a one-time password to the number. So we received our code. We go on ahead and type it in here. Okay, so we click on confirm phone number. Okay, so it's going to ask us to enter our first and last name, which I'm going to do. And once I'm done, I click on continue. It's going to ask for password. Okay, so I've created a password. I click on continue. Okay, so it says to link your card details. Now, I don't want to do that. I really don't have that luxury right now. I advise you to actually put in your card details because you will end up doing it later at some point. But please put in your card details right now, right? So perhaps it will ask you to also impute your BVN, which is perfectly fine, right? It's going to ask you for a few details after this, I'm guessing. It's been a while I actually did this, right? But just go on ahead. The process is very simple, right? So you input your card details, your card number, the expiry date, and the CVV, the number at the back of your card, and you click on continue. But for my sake, I'm going to click on skip this step. Okay, so it says allow Barter to access your phone contacts to know which of them are already enjoying Barter, blah blah blah. Okay, I actually want to allow this permission actually, right? But it's really an option, right? Don't really bother yourself that much. If you feel like allowing it, allow it. If you don't feel like allowing it, you feel like you're in a hurry to just get things started, just skip that part. I'll click on skip this. And right here we're at our dashboard, right, our home page. So what you want to do at this point, right, now I actually do recommend you take the time to actually go through all of this, right? You're not going to spoil anything. So here in cards is where your virtual card is actually going to show, right? Now it's giving you one card that says limited use card. So there's only a bit much you can do with this card. You can't do much with it actually. You actually have to create a virtual card to use for operations. I don't even think you can use this card for anything, right? I've actually tried using it to pay for something online on a shopping, usual shopping, Jumia Mall, Jumia app. It didn't work. So Facebook ads, it didn't work. So I don't know what they mean by limited use card only, but this shit basically does nothing. But I wouldn't want to get into that much details as far as this is concerned. So what I want to do is either here, now see where it says new card at the top, you either click there for you and add a new card, right? Or you click on home, come back home, and here it says tap here to create your dollar card now. So either of the two ways is still, we're still headed towards the same direction. So I want to click on this plus sign to add a new virtual card, right? So it's between a gift card and a virtual card. I'm not really looking forward to give anybody a gift card right now, but this is the same process you can go through if you want to gift somebody a card. But I want to create a virtual one for myself, so I'm going to click on choose virtual card. It's going to ask what to label your card as. Now depending on the use of this card, you might want to name it for different purposes, right? It's really not that much to get and dispose of it. So you might want to get a different card for different things, right? Take for instance, I'm running ads online, right? So I might want to dedicate one specific card to running ads online, a different cards for different kind of transaction. Or I might even go as granular as going, okay, one card is for Facebook ads, one card is for Google ad, one card is for this ad, so I can be able to really manage it. It's really straightforward as it's used. You can very easily dispose of it. So just feel free, flex with this however you want to, right? So I'm just going to name this Facebook ads, or just ads in general. It really doesn't matter, right? Or you can even put your name here, right? So I'm just going to click on continue once I'm done. So it's going to prompt me with a card design. I don't like this. I don't like this either. I don't like this either. I don't like this. I like this one. So I'm just going to click on continue. Okay, it's asking how much you want to fund this card with. I'm going to say $3. Okay, it says amount can't be less than $5. Okay, I'm going to give you that exact $5. Okay, I'm going to click on create card. So it says you will be debited a total of $7 this naira for this transaction as today's market exchange rate, blah blah blah. So I'm going to click on continue. Okay, it's going to ask for 4-digit PIN, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is just add in the 4-digit PIN, right? Just go on straight ahead and add in this 4-digit PIN, which I'm going to do right now. So right now we have something else popping up asking us to add our BVN. I think it's like I told you in initial stages of adding, where it showed us an option to add our debit card or credit card, right? Should you actually go through that process, I'm willing to bet they would ask you for this BVN before you complete that process. So they're only showing me this because I haven't added my BVN and the date of birth and all those kind of things, right? So I'm going to go on ahead and add it in, and then you're going to add in the card, right? the debit card or credit card that is going to bill this particular $7, right? So $2 is for the card itself, and $5 is the minimum that you can fund the account with, right? So the process is really straightforward. From there, once you're done with the setup, which is more like 2 or 3 steps after this, you're going to be brought back to a page like this, right? Your home page. So now here where it says 0 naira, you will now see the equivalent of $5, right? You see the equivalent of $5 there, because out of the $7 you gave it, it had already deducted $2 for issuing you the card, and then $5 will now be funded to the virtual card. And once you click back here to cards, you'll now see 2 different cards, right? The first one is this limited use card, which is Visa, and then right below that, or I think above that, you'll now see the dollar card that you created, right? So the process is really simple. So once that is completely set up, all you have to do is go back to whichever place you wanted to make use of the virtual card, right? And just go through the same process that you would if you were using an actual debit card, right? Using these bold numbers here as your card number, right? Here it says valid until, that's your expiry date. And if you click on this particular card, I'm still going to show you a short clip of me clicking on the card. I'm going to flash on the screen. But if you click on this card, it's going to show you behind it where you're going to see your CVV that you're going to use for any kind of online transaction that you want. Okay, so something else that you might want to do, right? Take for instance that after adding that initial deposit, right, that you made to both create a new virtual card and then fund it, right? You might want to increase how much you've added, right? Maybe you did that initial $7 something, right, just to be on a safe side, and then you're ready to use and you want to maybe fund your account, say 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, whatever it is you want to fund. So you just come back here in this home page, right? I think there's another way to get to it, but you can just to this particular dashboard and click on add money. So it asks you if it's card or bank account or bank transfer. Now I want to use card, so I'll just click on card and I'll add in the amount. Let me just put something fancy like 1 million. And then once I'm done, I'll just click on good, continue. It's going to show me something about my BVN. Yes, it did. All right, so but this particular process should be very straightforward. The only reason it keeps popping this thing up is because I haven't actually added my BVN, but it's all downhill from there. Right, so that about does it. That's all you need to know as far as creating a Getbarter account and getting a virtual card is concerned. Again, if at any point you got lost in this video, feel free to go back to where you got lost and find yourself. And do me a favor and like this video. I know if I ask you to share it, you might find it a bit daunting to share the video, but it's fine, right? So just like the video. It helps the algorithm suggest this video to other people such as yourself, right, who might be in this bit of a rut and you need help as to how to set this thing up. It will help the algorithm suggest it to those kind of persons. And if still after watching the video or you feel that I missed something, right, you experienced any kind of challenge, feel free to drop me something in the comment section. I'll be sure to reply you as quickly as possible.